Got a couple rescue dogs who want to say hello too. This is Uncle Martin on Wednesday, the 3rd of Wednesday. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. The, the thumbnail will be the effects of the moon. That's the thumbnail. I want to do it because, well, we always get a full moon every I believe every 29.5 days. But this one's going to be a little more interesting. I feel it may because I was dealing with some energies. Well, normally you have 3 days before, during the full moon, and 3 days after. People, yeah, they're a little more well, emotional. Hey, CJ, how you doing? You're here, huh? What are you talking about today? You want to know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the thumbnail, effects of the full moon, and how it affects people. Why wouldn't it affect people? The only reason, the only reason we have tides of tides, high tides, low tides. The only reason we have it is because of the moon. So if the moon is going to affect the oceans, do you not think it would affect people? Well, of course it would, because I believe the stats show babies have 78% water, and then they're saying, I guess males have a little more water than females. We're going to round it off. Let's just say 65, 70% we're water. And water, since it affects, the moon affects oceans, would it not tend to affect people? Yes, it would. I don't need these glasses on that yet, I guess. Okay, so let me put my glasses on to see who's talking to me. Hey, guys. Um, okay, so the phases of the moon. It has 8 phases. What do we got? We've got the new moon, the waxing crescent, the first quarter, the waxing gibbous, which is halfway to the full moon. So you got the waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and the waning crescent. These are the 8 levels of the moon. Now, what I wanted to mention was Enoch. Enoch is a great book to get a hold of. A lot of people don't want you reading it. I would suggest there's 3 books out there on Enoch. The one you want to get is the Ethiopian one. And Enoch, by the way, was the 7th generation down from Adam and Eve. So he was the seventh generation from Adam. He's the one who put a lot of stuff down on the moon. I'm just giving you a few little things on it. Now, it actually happens to be, look at this guy. Look at that guy. Sorry, buddy. I don't have any cookies for you. I forgot to put them in my pocket. I'm sorry. So we have, what was I? Yeah. The moon has its different phases, but did anyone know that we have every year the moon goes 5 inches away from the Earth? Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And well, women, this is statistics showing that out of the whole world, women's menstrual cycle happens to be during the new moon and full moon. Which makes sense, you know. I mean, they're water, and there's a cycle that goes on with women also. This moon that's coming up right now is called in September 7th will be the full moon. It's called the corn moon, and the Indians actually put it out there because that's pretty much when corn is harvested, as well as well, overall, it's a sign and a time for gratitude, abundance, and communal abundance, communal celebration. So it's a time for celebration. And corn, interesting, corn. A lot of people say they don't know where corn came from, but there is a papyrus in Egypt they found. It's like 27 foot long, and in there is where the Egyptians, CA, Uncle, do you know how old I am? I'm going to guess 10 or 11. I don't know. It's just a guess of experience. Fill me in. So, we have, where was I? You threw me off there, King CJ. 12. 12. Well, I said 10 or 11. I was off by a little bit. 12, huh? I bet you're a baseball player, too. So, we have Shirley Watkins. Are you in America? Shirley, yes, I'm in America. I'm in Arizona. It's it's down to finally 105 at a little after 5. So we're actually cooling down in September. Where are you from, Shirley? Okay, CA, I am, how do you, K is our spine. Okay, I am, how do you, K is our you spying on me. No, I'm not spying on you. I have mental powers, as we all do. Shirley Watkins, nice. Shirley Watkins, Memphis, Tennessee. Hey, are you a famous singer? Everybody sings in Memphis. Yeah, I do. Well, I figured you played baseball because you're an all-American kid. Plus, I felt about it. I just had a feeling. Surely you're not a famous singer? Not yet? Well, I bet you can be. Surely no. Graphics. Hey, Graphics. Hi there. CAA. You changed your name from CJ to CAA. Okay. Hi, Graphics. Shirley Watkins, thank you. Hey, you guys are having a nice little conversation there. That's nice. By the way, anybody that's watching right now, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Definitely a comment. Because Uncle Martin needs a comment now and then. I want to know how you feel. What kind of questions you have. Just overall stuff. So where was I? On Enoch. I was past Enoch. We're in a times right now. Graphics. I got noticed. Yes, Graphics, you got noticed. We're in a time period right now where we're changing on a lot of levels. No, my sis goes on. Change my name. Yeah. CJ, your sis changed. Your sis. I'm guessing your sister is a little older or more experienced than you, and she changed some things on you, right? My name here, it won't let me won't go back again for 6 days. I would first of all, your URL, your handle, the handle you go by. You don't want to change that, by the way, because you get followers. And then when you change it, followers can't find you. So you want to, until you get, people start recognizing you and all, you keep what you put out there, This is common knowledge, but I didn't know that either. Hey, Shirley, you subscribed. Well, if you have something that I can subscribe to, I will too. We all subscribe to each other. That way we grow together. It's a concept Uncle Martin just came up with. You subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. And we grow together. Isn't that sweet? I think it is. Okay, graphics. You said I have a question. What's the question? Just throw it out there. So the emotions of people during the 3 days before the full moon, during the full moon, and 3 days after the full moon seems to be accentuated. That I've noticed over many years. Shirley Watkins, what do I do? What do I do? That is a very good question because that's pertinent to what I'm talking about. I work at a food store, and in the food store, I try to get people through the lines and out the door with all their goodies. Hopefully they're paying for. Now, it just so happens it was 3 or 4 days ago, I caught somebody not wanting to pay for their goodies. So I made it known that there was only 2 things on the board where they had 3 things. And they got really emotional. Graphics, do you play video games? I used to be a video game player, but then I saw that it took a lot of my time away from creativity. And video games, as much as you think they're creative, they tend to take creativity away from you. Because you could be doing a picture, you could be doing a drawing, you could be doing a song or poetry or playing baseball. You could be doing a lot of things outside where it's got you inside. Yeah, just something to think about. Surely that is good. Okay. Yeah, well, when I work with people, you don't have to, but I feel it's my dharma. Yes, dharma. What is dharma? What is karma? Karma is something that we're here to work through. It's not a punishment, by the way, karma. Oh, this guy, oh, he's got a lot of karma, man. No, we all have karma. We've been here a lot of times and we've accumulated, well, negative karma. Let's put it this way. We either qualify or misqualify our energy. That means we can think positive thoughts, we can think negative thoughts. We have a free choice. We can love, we can hate. Very negative to hate. Everything we give out, we get back. Karma is a Sanskrit word meaning action. What is our action? What are we doing? All right? Graphics, my brother is here. Can you say hi? Hey, Graphics, your brother. I don't know his name, but hey. So what we give out, we get back tenfold. So wouldn't you want to give out good things? Wouldn't you want to give out positive things? I mean, I didn't know this until I was like 18 years of experience. But at that time, I chose consciously, I will give out the best things I can give out positively. This is something I thought of that I was do. Do you have a grandson? Not to my knowledge. It's possible. I don't want to go there. So we got things we give out and things we get back. And it's a great little karmic saying is, what you brew today, you will drink tomorrow. In other words, what you give out, you get back. That's all. Yeah. Shirley, you think that's funny? I'm glad you have cosmic humor. Uncle Martin has a lot of it. Gets him in trouble sometimes. But cosmic humor would be as gloomy, doomy as you may think it is. It really isn't. Because it'll pass. It'll pass and things will get better for you. All right? If you can look on that, it's always an upside. It's seeing that things will always change for us. And if we have a concept of positive thought, eventually positive things will come to us. All right. Desert Amore. Amore. Hello, Desert Amore. Hey, I haven't seen you in a little bit. I remember you, though. You subscribed to me. So what we give out, we give back. And it's a constant thing. And Dharma is something that we all do. Graphics, you think I'm a good guy. Well, I try to do positive things, and my intent is to be positive. That's just the way I am, and I try to live my life, that's all. Desert Amore, I did, yep. Okay, I remember you. And, hey, Graphics, you're saying hi to Desert too. This is like a happy little family here we got. So, hey, by the way, anybody that's watching, I forgot to, I forgot to, you can share Uncle Martin with your friends or someone that thinks, well, you think that I'm funny. You think I'm funny. You think I'm a funny guy. Well, we need more laughter, all right? We need more laughter in this world. So share Uncle Martin with a friend. And I think that would be very positive, by the way. Oh gosh, what was I saying? So 3 days before the full moon, during the full moon, and 3 days after the full moon, people have like really tests. We all do. Some moons are a little more, I don't know, more intense. They're more intense. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm bringing up this full moon. Because I think it's going to be an intense one. From what I've felt, it's like last week. And I said, what is it, a full moon? I said, what is it, a full moon? So I had to Google, what's a full moon? It's the 7th. That's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4 days from now. And I was getting hit with a lot of emotion, a negative emotion, like 4 days ago. That tells me people are being tested more emotionally, whether they know it or not. As a matter of fact, I can just give you a fast little story of a fellow that came in today. He was in line. We had a long line. Some people called in sick, blah, blah. So I was holding I was holding the balance there at work we were really shorthanded. But that really didn't have, the guy that came in, the first thing he says to me is that he has been kicked out of 2 of our other stores. He's been kicked out. He's been 86. He can't go there anymore. And I'm thinking, well, you're coming to our store now. What do I have in store for me? And I found out very quickly he's saying he wants to see the manager. He's not happy. He's like, he wants to express himself. I said, hey, yeah, I'll just go down like a little bit there. The guy with the red little vest on, you can explain yourself to him. But he didn't want to. He wanted to go through my line with his goodies. And what happened was he couldn't work the machines, and I had other people that I was dealing with, because I was in self-checkout, and there's like 5, 6 different machines that self-checkout, you help yourself to get out of the store. Otherwise, you go to the cashier who will take care of you. Yeah, it's just something you do in a lot of stores these days. Okay, Graphics, I sent your channel to my whole family. Hey, that's fantastic. Maybe one of them will watch Uncle Martin. Maybe even 2 will leave a comment. So he didn't get through maybe 1 or 2 items on the machine. And I'm kind of a casual guy. I said, man, I'm from the West, you might say. I'm in Arizona. And everybody's, I said, hey, partner, it's going to get better. And he screams back at me, I'm not your partner. And I thought, you're not my partner. It wasn't funny, but I didn't laugh, you know. And prior to him, that's what I'm saying. This is a crazy moon. Graphics, do you have any other channels? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. This is YouTube. I'm on TikTok. But you know what? I think TikTok is, you know why? Well, I'll go into that another time. I, I I've got a lot of stuff on TikTok, but they're they got bots. Do you know what a bot is? They follow you everywhere. And not only that, I think the people that have joined my club over there are bots. Oh, really? I really see YouTube will go through. I mean, whoever's talking to me now and you're talking and all that. YouTube does a really pretty good job in seeing who's a human being. And then it'll take it away from you. They don't do that at TikTok. It's really negative. So I got a lot of people that have the same name. I don't even want to go there. But I think I think you're getting set up if you go to TikTok. Stay on YouTube. Get a channel, do YouTube. This is my personal feeling. So before this guy that I called partner, I had a big tall black fella that was having a hard time too on a machine. I said, "Hey brother, let me help you out." And he says, "You're not my brother." I said, "I'm not your brother. You're my brother, and we're all brothers and sisters here." No, he didn't think that was funny either. So I'm saying this might be an intense full moon. Just keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Be prepared for maybe somebody blowing up emotionally at you, more so than they would another moon. I'm just saying it's possible. If the moon can affect the tides of high and low tide, that's the only way we get high and low tides is by the moon. And if we're mostly water, it's going to affect you emotionally. Once you see this and you're prepared for it, man, it really helps. Because that was another thing. There was a girl in my line. She says, because, well, this guy he was flipping out about me calling him partner because, like, nah, I did it twice. I said, "Hey, partner, it's going to be okay." "Don't call me partner." And then, I think that's when he left. And the girl that I was helping on the next register, she looks at me like, I said, "Well, I think it's a full moon pretty soon." She says, yes, it is. Because while I was driving over here, somebody was flipping me off. I said, "Oh, really? Well, maybe it's something in the air." I think it's going to be an interesting full moon. I don't know. I do believe it will be. So that's why I'm putting out there the thumbnail of whatever I said in the beginning, the effects of a full moon. And that'll be the thumbnail. Oh, man. It's not to get emotional because you know why? You know why? They say esoterically, we as human beings, we're 2/3 there as far as our mastery. We are 1/3 off. The 1/3 that we're off on is our emotions, is the emotional body. See, we have, as I said before, 4 bodies. The only one that we can really see is the physical body. But we have the other 3 that people forget about. Our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. All these other 3 bodies we can't see, but they can be perceived by some people. And a lot of people say that's ridiculous. All there is the physical body. And these are the people that only live by the senses. The senses. What are the senses? Well, what we can see, what we can smell, what we can hear, what we can feel, and what we can taste. Those are the 5 senses. That's all people, even scientists, they don't believe anything else exists except those. But we know better, don't we? That there is telepathic abilities that we have, which we do. I was told that when I was 18 by my second spiritual teacher, and he was explaining how if you think about somebody hard enough, long enough, they'll give you a call. And I did that time and time again. Even today, I'll think about somebody, say, wow, where the heck is that guy? I haven't heard about him for about 5 or 10 years. All of a sudden, next day, I'm getting a text from the same person that I was thinking about. It's more than a coincidence at a certain point. Second spiritual teacher also talked about when you could hear a phone ring. This is back before these phones. It was when you had a rotary phone. You kind of had to use a dial. And I used to sit around with my friends, and just before the phone rang, I used to say, hey, that's so-and-so. I said, why don't you get it? Ask them how they're doing. And they were amazed that I could do it as many times as I did. But these are techniques that you hone that I don't do it anymore, so I've kind of lost. But we have so many abilities that we don't even realize is what I'm saying. We've been limited so many ways that we don't even realize it. It's thinking more on the lines of not being limited and seeing the potential that you have. Thought. 1/1,000,000th of a spark of electricity to make any thought. They know that scientifically. They got a machine. Whatever you're thinking now, they can tell the neurons that it takes 1/1,000,000th of a spark to make a thought. Graphics. Do you like to read? Yeah, I go into that kind of after my fourth grade. What happened to me? If you look it up, Vikings versus Columbus, on that fourth grade, that it was terrible. The teacher wanted me to write down a lie. If I wanted an A, I had to write down a lie, and I was brought up never to lie, to have a truth, to be truthful. So after my fourth grade, I never read a book. Never read a book until 16 schools later, because I went to 20 schools. I did graduate. That's what I'm saying. The last 2 weeks I read, and I brought my D up to a B, so I could go to college if I wanted to. Now after school, did I ever read? I couldn't get enough books on Atlantis. I couldn't get enough books on the Babylonian, the Sumerian, Egyptian, hieroglyphics. I believe I can read hieroglyphics at this point. I'm working on Sanskrit, how to read that. Sanskrit, by the way, is the highest vibration of, it's a dead language. Yeah, I understand that, but it has the highest vibration. Latin is a higher vibration than English. They've proven this on this machine of all the vibrations. And here Christianity, Catholics, when I was an altar boy, I learned all the Latin, when to ring the bell, when to pour the wine and water. And then they changed the whole thing into English. I said, Father, this is not right. And he didn't care. He said, well, this is what they said. We got to do it, you know. I said, no, I don't think so. Not only did I learn Latin, but I know it's a higher vibration. I didn't know that in 1965 until later on when I found out that they did have a machine that says now that Latin is higher in vibration than English. Hey, imagine that. I was an in tune child. Hey, Aldafa, Argentina. Hey, Argentina. It's from Argentina. That's fantastic. Graphics. Wow, graphics. I just watched one of your YouTube shorts. Graphics. You left here to watch a YouTube short? Yeah, that's very interesting. Hope you left a comment. Can I see Cherry? Yeah, graphics. Cherry's a dog that comes through. If you watch any of the other Cherry episodes, in the beginning, I was always giving her a cookie, always a treat. I got to pet her. But now that she's getting up in experience, as dogs do get, she's a little more ornery. She shows her teeth at me now. I just go over to pet her, and in fact, there's a short I have of Cherry. She bit me. She bit my finger. And then after that, she came close, but she never got me again. I became quicker. Yeah, you got to watch dogs, especially Cherry. She's like a Chihuahua type mix. Chihuahuas. In fact, there's another Chihuahua one I got, Pebbles. It's under Pebbles. Pebbles do bite. There was over 30,000 people that thought that was funny. I have a cookie. And I asked the lady, can I give you, can I give Pebbles the cookie? And she says, oh, yes, yes, you can. So I'm going over to give the cookie to Pebbles. And the lady says, get it. But my finger was there with the cookie. Now, I don't know if Pebbles knew about my finger or the cookie, but she came very close to getting my finger. And everybody thought that was funny. But Cherry, she did get my finger. Live and learn. Be quick with the little ones. Those Chihuahuas are deadly, by the way. They have more postmen, have more bites on their ankles by those little guys than any other dog. Can you imagine that? Well, think about it. These little blessed Chihuahuas, they're always being held. They want to protect their master. That's all. Some of them get confused. I think Cherry's getting a little confused right now. And by the way, I have one on Azul. Azul is her brother. I love that little guy. He lost a bunch of his bottom teeth. He was always chewing. Azul's up in doggy heaven right now. His dad, Bill, is taking it kind of hard. But I told Bill, I said, you know what? There's a humane society just down the road from us here. Why don't you go over and get another dog? Because this is the deal, kids. Whenever you lose a dog, a cat, I know dogs for sure. When you lose a dog, you go and get another one. Why would you do that? Well, because the spirit of that dog that you lost, when you get another dog, that spirit comes back to the other dog. I have so many stories on that. You have to take my word for it right now, but it does happen that way. And plus, it's always good to go get another rescue dog. I've had nothing but rescue dogs, and I stand by it that there's a lot of rescue dogs that need homes. So when you lose a dog or an animal, just go get another one, all right? Because you'll have a good home for the guy, and the spirit of your last dog or animal will come back to you. I truly believe that. So I think that was pretty much it I was going to say about the moon and how it came about by Enoch. I'll have more on Enoch. It'll be quite fascinating when we get into that one. So, oh gosh, we're going to a half hour. I gotta go feed all my 22 feral cats in the back. I got 7 over here on top of the carport. I got a bunch of birds that I just did a short yesterday on the birds I got. Yeah, they come in at sundown. I love those little guys. All the ring-necked doves and pigeons are kind of going. They're going fast because I got these red hawks that come in and take out the pigeons. The doves are pretty quick. Pigeons, maybe they should lighten up on the food. I don't know, but they're a little slower, and I got only a couple of those guys left. So feed your birds, feed your cats, feed your dogs, feed your animals. I was always brought up, feed your animals before you eat. Yeah, it's something you think about. So, till we see each other again, be tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'll have something for you. Till then, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave me a comment. Share Uncle Martin with your friends and family, like Graphics did. That's fantastic. Okay, till we see each other again, be well. God's victory.